welcome back. I thought today I have just purchased the new Huda Beauty foundation with the new formula, the full coverage liquid one, and I thought I would just try it out on camera, give everyone an idea of what it is like. I have quite normal skin around the perimeter of my face, and then my T-zone in the centre is quite oily. I get especially oily on my eyebrows and my nose, a little bit on my chin as well, especially if I've been like eating and things, it will get quite oily. The foundation has come in this packaging which is quite appealing to me. Actually, I quite like the matte black packaging. I got it in the colour Shortbread 200B. That was the nearest match I could get online. And here it is, nice and new and clean. As much as I love the matte black, I always feel like it's so easily dirty, like the NARS tops as well. They get so dirty so easily. So I'm not looking forward to that, but we'll see how it goes. So let's have a little look online. It claims, so the faux filter is back with the same full coverage and long-lasting properties you know and love from the OG formula, but with 24-hour flexible wear, a luminous and matte finish, and it's fragrance free. Yeah, it's fragrance free. The true filter effect gives instant coverage, so seamless that it immediately unifies skin tone and texture as it blurs skin to give a radiant finish. The non-cakey formula is life-proof, waterproof, super long wear, 24-hour transfer proof, fade proof, sweat proof, humidity proof. No matter what the weather, occasion or situation, faux filter luminous matte will never let you down. So it's meant to be a matte luminous finish, full coverage in a liquid formula. Fragrance free, vegan. It doesn't say cruelty free, but if it's vegan, I assume it should be cruelty free. So it is meant to be waterproof, which we'll see. Well, we'll not. We'll see if it's sweat proof or something. Like, I'm not just going to splash water on my face. So I'm going to prime half my face. Yeah, I'm going to prime half. I haven't got any moisturiser on because I thought I want to see what it looks like directly by itself without mixing it into too many formulas of other products. So I'm going to prime one side. I'll do my right hand side, and then I've also got a brush which is the Morphe MB39 big foundation brush, and a beauty blender to put this in. Let's grab our primer and begin. I'm going to start, so primer is going to be pretty fresh. It's the hyaluronic one. I'm going to use half a pump, and I'm going to pop that on half of my face. Now, I did put a face mask on last night, so my skin should be nice and hydrated. So I shouldn't have any dry areas come up with the matte finish of it. Please excuse the leftover eyeliner. I can never get it out of my lash line. I'm going to start off, I would normally take about 2 pumps for each side of my face. So I'm going to start off 1, 2 pumps, and I'll dot that in with my beauty blender. I'm going to use on this side. It's not blending particularly like, it's not as full coverage when I blend it in as what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was immediately just going to be like, well, there we are, full coverage straight off. It's a bit dark for me, but that's the best that I could get it to match me from looking at the pictures online. It's the first kind of layer on. I would personally add extra to my cheek area. That's not as full coverage as what I want. It's also quite dark on my sponge as well, actually. I'll do my neck in a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna add a think one more pump should do it. Let's just blend this in a bit more to try and marry it up with my neck. Judging by that, I'm just going to bring, if we need a mirror, I think it is quite buildable. I can't yet see it going cakey. Yeah, I think it's actually going on okay. I'm going to try the other side with a brush, see if it makes any difference. So I'm going to do, oh, I've already dirtied it. I do 2 pumps, same as the other side. I think normally a brush gives a bit of a better coverage because it doesn't absorb quite as much of the product, but we'll see. I think there's definitely some oxidization going on there as well. I do feel like it's given a little bit more coverage, but I still want to try and build it up with the brush. Let's take one more pump, do the same areas. I can't really see much of a difference between a brush and a sponge being used. I'm just going to tap over it with the sponge just to get rid of some of the brush strokes more than anything. But yeah, I feel like I have used like 6 pumps across my skin there. But I feel like if I did like a full face at once, it would probably maybe only take the 5. Making sure it blends into my neck as much as possible. I will leave this to sit on my skin a bit longer. I'll do the rest of my face, let it sit a few hours, and I will be back in a little while to let you know how it's gone and how it's settling in. At the moment it is looking good as far as I can tell. But we'll see how my skin reacts when the oils start coming through. Okay, catch up with you in a couple of hours. Okay, so I'm back. I've ended up taking my lashes off because this one just wouldn't stick down, but we'll carry on regardless. I've got myself a little pointy stick, which is just a hair clip, but just so that you can see where I need to point to, because I'm going to be honest, this makeup isn't looking the best. The foundation is just, I don't think it's sitting very well. I need to retest it and then we'll go from there. But right now I'll show you the areas. So my main priority, if I can get my mirrors aligned up, is right here. To try and get it so that you can see. Yeah, definitely you can see that in the viewfinder. It's just gone very porous. It's separating and coming off. It's doing it right across this area, and it's also doing it on the other side as well. Yeah, it's definitely separating, sinking into pores, not looking very good. I think it's doing it here as well, which is the prime side. Seems to be worse here than what it is on this side. So definitely think the hydrating primer hasn't sat very well with it. It's also happening through here, and a little bit, not as much yet, on prime side, prime side. My cheeks are looking good. They're fine. I think all of this area is fine. My forehead is actually okay, I think. It just, like on my nose, that's definitely coming away. But I feel like apart from, like you see, like halfway down my bridge to like halfway down my chin, because like this area of my chin's fine. This is where I'm having the problems, just this box, which is basically around my mouth, which is my oiliest area, to be totally honest, so it makes sense. And a little bit here, which again is a very oily area for me. But otherwise it is looking okay. I think in future I just need to try like a mattifying primer through like my brows, my nose and mouth, and then I can do a hydrating primer everywhere else and I should be okay. But I'll come back in another few hours and see how things are looking, see if my oils manage to actually break it down to the point where it starts slipping and moving, and then I can kind of gauge from there what I need to do. But at the moment I don't think it looks too bad. I think I could probably touch that area up if I like kind of put more powder on. I don't think it'd get any worse, so I maybe just need to bake that area with this foundation. I should be okay, but we shall try. And I've just dropped my little pointer. But I'll be back in a few more hours, and we'll see how it is. It is currently 1:10 so I've had it just under 2 hours, had it on just under 2 hours I think, and it's already starting to do this, but we'll see what it's like in the next few hours. Okay, now I am back. I've lost my little pointy thing that I was using. It has been 6.5 hours. It's 5 o'clock on the dot now. I can use my glasses as a little pointy thing. Ignore this bit because that's where my glasses have obviously been sitting. I don't feel like it's gotten any worse, although I can feel my oils so much. Like literally like around my mouth, I'm just wanting to claw it off. I am probably going to wash it off very soon. I just can't cope with this. So it's like across my brows here, basically where it's gone cakey. And obviously you can see like a weird bit of texture. That's exactly where I just want it to get off my skin. If I get a small mirror, I'm going to kind of go through it properly. Around, you can see the crease in here, in my nose here. I mean here it's started to just come off. The corners of my mouth, it's just completely come away. I have been sitting eating popcorn, so... But to be honest... I feel as though it's just gone very cakey, started to break up. It's creased quite a lot and it feels oily as well. My forehead's gotten worse. I feel as though like up here has started to texturise as well. Yeah, definitely. And like these two areas. Obviously the brows have gone like that. However, my under eyes aren't as bad as normal. Just the one place I expected it to go really, really crusty, it hasn't. Well, there you go. So my eyes are fine. It hasn't come off the end of my nose anymore actually. So I think all it is with this foundation, I think it's got a formula that I've just not really worked with before. And so I need to figure out what the best primer is. Probably going to be a mattifying primer if my oils are bleeding through this much. Gonna have to be mattifying primer with like maybe a little bit of moisturiser underneath. Obviously my eye cream is normal. And I think I'm gonna have to really like bake the whole of my face, set it and then bake it to make it work. But I'll keep trying with it. But I think I'm going to end it here because I literally just want to take it off so badly. I can feel it on my skin so much. And I want to be able to sit with my glasses on and not have to be conscious of my foundation. But yes, I'll see you in the next one. I shall keep you updated on how this goes once I've tried it a few different ways. Feel free to subscribe and like this video if you want to see more foundation reviews, makeup reviews, and let me know if there's anything else that you want to see down in the comments. Speak to you next time. Bye.